Hello, everyone. Share out. Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a sweet, satisfactory Sunday. Well, yesterday, um, I was on live and I got actually my phone died. Okay, so I said, you know what? Right now, I'm here by myself. My granddaughter's playing, and so I said, you know what? I just wanted to get on here, hop on here, and let everybody know that today is Sunday, and I hope you're having a marvelous day. And yesterday is not here no more. But as I was saying, I was talking about a lot of things. I was talking about raising my granddaughter. I was talking about motivation. I was talking about anxiety. Yesterday, ooh, my goodness. You know how you keep so much in. You think you're releasing it. These are amazing. If you haven't tried, yeah, the ugly nails. This just shows you that I put things before me. But these are amazing. All these, okay? All these. And they have this cinnamon raisin granola, cholesterol free, good source of fiber, 6 grams of total fat per serving, simple nature, non GMO, USDA organic. And let me tell you, they are good. I love them. If I don't eat anything for like breakfast or lunch or whatever, I snack on this and I have a fruit, right? As I tell everyone, I'm on a weight loss journey. I have some popcorn that I had got yesterday. Okay, I got me some popcorn. And for those that's curious about me, I want to know about me. Okay, life. Okay, my birds. They're just showing out because they've been quiet until that's just like a kid. They've been quiet until I got on this live. But it's okay. I have two parakeets, Snowball and Blueberry. Stop. And I talk to them and they listen too. But for those of you who like to know a little bit about me, Midwest girl. I had three sisters and I had a brother. My mom and dad in the home. My mom and dad had me when I was they my mom had me when she was 17. I'm an Aquarius, 57 years young, January the 30th. Okay. I'm from Kansas, born and raised. And me as a child, I was very quiet and shy. Quiet and shy. I can't stress that enough. And easy to cry. I've had a lot of horrible things happen to me in my life. Horrible things. And that's why I am so wanting to talk about a lot of things as far as you know, Everybody's life is everybody's life. Everybody's life is different, and everybody done been through something. Leave it to be if it's good, nothing bad. Some people come from a household of love. My household as a kid, I would refer to it as a kid. Sometimes you probably can't see the big picture, but as I gotten older, coming and going, as far as my dad and my mom's relationship, I remember that. I remember things happening to me. My life can be an open book. But right now, I'm just giving y'all little highlights. Okay, I want to become a. I want to become an advocate. I want to share with people things that I'm 57. 57. Okay, share with people things that I've been through, hoping that you will open up about what you done been through. Why am I saying all this? Because when you get fans, when you get followers, subscribers, um, famous or not, people want to know a little bit about you. And to a degree, when you put yourself out there in social media world, you opening yourself up to a lot of things. Okay. But people gonna be mean if they mean. People gonna be good if they good. People gonna say something about you, leave to be what you look like. I don't care what nobody say about me. I truly do mean that. I know a lot of people, get on these platforms, and if they have moderators, that's cool. I'm yet to get that far. But if I do, I might like have my daughters or sister or something like that. But other than that, I don't care what nobody say about me. And you sure ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I truly do mean this. Say what you say. Okay. Sometimes whatever they say of their own opinion is just that. Sometimes you can't take what people say personal. Okay. I ain't talking about the ones that just write down just ignorant. Okay. I'm talking about people that say, well, for instance, if I say something about my relationship, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there for people to speak up on it. I'm putting it out there for people to have their opinion about it. And they might even say, girl, you crazy for staying with that man, woman, man, or whatever, right? Whoever, if it's a man, tell him his story. Men's got stories to tell just as well as women. And so you putting yourself out there for people to say the most cruelest thing, meanest thing, evil, wicked, ornery things there is. Okay? I get that. But honestly, the only thing that someone would say something crazy about with me is certain things. Like if I told them about a relationship, let me tell you something. I've been married twice. Married twice. Not ashamed to say it. Okay? Married my kid's father when I was 19, had my first child when I was 19. I had six kids. When I was 26, I had, by the age of 26, almost 27, I had 4 kids. By the same man, my kid's father was in the United States Army, okay? He was much older than me. We got a divorce. And when you think back, I'm speaking on my truth, we should have still been married. Oftentimes, when you go through things in life, the most important thing about a relationship to me is communication. Leave it be if somebody's controlling, somebody's just been just like a sarcastic person, or someone just want to just be um, right all the time. That's a form of controlling. What happened to us, lack of communication towards the end of it. Does that make him a bad person? No. Does that make me a bad person? No. Both of us was going through something. I regroup this in my head. I'm older and I'm wise and I can look back and reflect on it. Plus, before my kid's father passed away, 2017 on Father's Day, which was a Sunday, of course, the 18th. And this year, Father's Day fell on that same day, the 18th, which was Sunday. We shouldn't have never got a divorce, honestly. Um, he raised the kids. I did too. We had joint custody, and when a person has joint custody, I don't mean when a person has joint custody, kind of buff a little bit. That don't mean you have more rights than that father, especially if he's an amazing good father. No, I think it's key and important for the children to have both parents, and they don't have to live in the same house. Just show up for your kids. Push your feelings aside unless it's something horrible that happened to you and maybe that child. Okay. But if it's stated through the courts or judges or whatever that father or that mother has parental rights, you really can't do nothing about it. You can get in trouble for real. And so I'm saying that me and my kid's father was the most amazing parents to our kids living in two separate households. And I truly mean that without exaggerating. I wouldn't have asked for a better husband, father of my kids than we was to each other. And I was that mother. And he said the same thing. We both talked about it when he got sick and he was able to talk. And we was talking amongst ourselves, just me and him both. And he told me he was sorry. And I think the reason why he said he was sorry because he probably realized maybe that's what we should have done was go to marriage counseling. I was going to counseling myself because I had two kids. One had ADHD, the other one had seizures and ADD. And sometimes you can have a little bit of triggers in your life, like you feel alone or where's the support? You don't feel accepted, loved, or whatever. And sometimes when you're going through things, leave to be with kids, husbands, wife, family members, or whatever, everybody needs support. Everyone. I don't care. You need a BFF. You need a homegirl, homeboy. You need accountability partner. You need a sister. You need a friend. I mean, that friend don't have to be a BFF, but it could be a friend you go to, talk to, and vice versa. Don't nobody need to be in a relationship with a friend. That's a relationship, and they're messy, Bessie, or just drama. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about somebody that can come to you and share their problems, and you too, on a clear understanding of y'all right here. I don't want nobody that I tell something to go out there and announce it to the world. That's how a lot of celebrities and stuff like that, lives and stuff, um, end up getting out there because it's someone that knew about what they was going through to leak it out. Think about it. And so I'm a very smart person. We could go through things in life and you realize it later on. But I'm very wise. And so that's what happened to me and my kid's father. Um, and he realized that. Hmm. He realized it. I mean, if you look at it this way, for those that, or for anyone that knows about the military life, I don't care if it's the Army, National Guards, Marines, Air Force, Army Reserves. Did I say Air Force? You got Army, Marines, Navy. That's what I left out. I don't care what you're in. You have times when you're away from your family. There's women's in the military and there's husbands and wives together in the military. And sometimes they might not be stationed at the same duty place. Duty station means, for those who don't know, I'm talking military talk, okay? That means wherever you get sent to, like, say, for instance, if you get sent to California and there's a whatever um, branch you're in, that's the duty, military duty, or where you reside at. Okay, so that's why I'm talking military talk. I was that way. I always supported my kid's father. My kid's father never molded me. I was 18 when I met him. He was 33. He did not control or mold me. I tell people that. I don't care if no one believe it or not. That man loved me unconditionally, and I loved him. Just like I said, towards the end, when we went through in Florida with his ex-wife, which, hell, what, they was married, what, I think, wait a minute now. I don't know when they got married, but I know they was high school sweethearts. I can say that much. And high school sweethearts. And so I don't know if they got married right out of high school, but I know when I met him, they wasn't married. I didn't tear no wife, husband relationship up or nothing. I tell people that because folks probably say how I met him and all this, that, and the third. Like I said, when you put your business out there, people gonna question. When I met that man, he just got stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas. What did I just do with that? Oh, right in front of my face. Whoa. He was stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas. And I met him. Didn't nobody hook us up. We weren't no blind dates. It was like my cousin was with this guy. They both came to Topeka, Kansas. Military guys like to go to the clubs and things like that. And hell, he just sat by me. We introduced ourselves, and it took off from there. Love at first sight. He fell in love. My kid's father fell in love with me the first day he met me. Hmm. Yes, he did. 1984. I want to say it had to be May or April of 84. He fell in love with me. Love at first sight. I didn't fall in love with him. I liked him a lot, really. But even when my kid's father told me that he wanted to marry me, asked me. I didn't marry him just because he asked me. Because I felt like I know I was young, but and I was pregnant. I didn't want that to be the reason. I'm sorry, that was me. And hell, we already had done got I already had done got pregnant, so I didn't get pregnant while I was married. So I didn't make that be a priority. I had my son. He had been asked me, and my son was a month and about 5 or 6 days or so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 5 days, a month and 5 days when we got married. Okay, because I was ready then. Sometimes when you're pregnant and your hormones and stuff like that, it's all over the place. And mine still was because just as soon as we got married, he had to leave to go to a duty station for 30 days. I think, what was he in Korea? Went to Korea for 30 days. Newborn baby. We hadn't even been married. Ooh, Lord Jesus. A month. A month. I don't think I so much had the baby blue. I know I know I was like at an emotional state because a new mom and young mom and wife, and but I had a lot of support then. There was a lot. I was the baby of everybody. I was the youngest of all the military people who was around because they was in their 30s and I was like almost 20 and stuff. And they looked out for me. They would take me up on post because we didn't live on post. We live off post, and you get housing allotment for your bills and rent. When you live on post, you pretty much it's almost like it's free. Okay, and we didn't at the time. But when we moved to Germany, we lived on housing. I loved that. But they looked out to me, for me, or to me, or look out for me. I should say it. Oh my goodness, did I say the wrong thing? They look out for me. I catch myself and I correct myself too. I ain't gonna sit up and say, "Girl, what did you just say?" So I know what I said and I correct it. I say, "Okay," or sometimes I won't even clean up. Life, okay. So she would come and get me on the weekdays. I go home like on the weekend. I want a time with me, just me and my baby and stuff like that. She helped me. They had a birthday party for me, surprised me on my birthday, January 30th, by the way, again. Aquarius, all the way to the heart. And my kid's father, well, he was gone for 30 days, as I said. But, hello, everyone. I'm on here talking about a little bit of introducing myself, okay? So, I say that I'm talking about communication, I'm talking about introducing myself, excuse me, and letting people know a little bit about me. I'm also telling people about how it is in the social media world, as far as when you become popular, famous, whatever the word people choose to use, how you're gonna have people. You know what? I don't even like the word haters. Okay, you're gonna have people saying whatever they want to say about you. Okay, that don't bother me. I might not even delete you. Just don't say nothing disrespectful for us, like getting real down to people's mamas and all that stuff like that. And my mama's in heaven, or it's just being right down rude and saying you can say I'm ugly too. Well, you ugly too, cause what you just said. See, I got some comeback. That don't bother me. I might even keep you, cause I'm a beautiful. I have a beautiful spirit about myself, and sometimes you don't belittle yourself to anyone else. You're gonna have people do that because you don't open up this almost like opening up a can of worms, so to speak. I'm a very wise person. I don't care. There's like some people be saying they get people in their a messenger on Facebook and stuff like that, or whatever that thing is, the app. I don't worry about that because I don't get it. I don't get none of that. I'm eating some popcorn, by the way. I don't get none of that stuff. I sure don't. And then also, it's how you set your app or pages or whatever it is up. I am a grandmother of five raising my grandchildren. I made this YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the notification, share, because it's life. Things happen. I go through a lot. And to me talking like this helps me. And it might be somebody else out there that needs help too. Spread the love. That's what we need. Instead of people tearing each other down. Rosa Parks, by the way, she was an Aquarius. My daughter always tells me, she said, "Mom, you remind me so much of Rosa Parks." I probably would have been a Rosa Parks. If you tell me to go to the back of the bus, I probably would have said no too. You go. It's just that I'm a very transparent person. And as I was saying, recap, like if someone if someone put their life out there, evidently they put it out there because they want you to know. Um, Depending on what it is. It can be about abuse. It could be about a cheater. It could be about people, sex life. It could be about whatever. It's life. That's why I say Mona's unique experience life. Okay? Because it's life. Life, life, life. Life is happening with me. I'm 57 years old. And yesterday, for the first time in so long, I feel like I was in the social world, meaning having a social life. I done been to restaurants. I done been to the bank. I done got my nails done. But those are small places, you know. You ain't got a whole bunch of people in there. What nail place? It depend. You might have what 10 people in there. I'm saying most, but the one I go to, probably, because they make appointments and then they might have been busy. Everybody left, but it's not a lot of people in there. And then, like, if I go to the store I go to, nice store, clean store, good store, quality of food, but it's not a lot of people. So I'm saying that to say, oh my goodness, yesterday I had a panic attack. My daughter, if she was on here, she'd comment down below. My granddaughter, she's not here. She would have said it too. I wouldn't even say that. What happened to grandma yesterday? She would have took it. She could finish my sentence. The point of what I'm trying to say is that's why I do what I do. I done been depressed, suffer from anxiety, however people choose to say it. I'm on a weight loss journey, okay? I done been big, huge. I don't care. I done felt like no one accepted me. I wanted acceptance. I done felt like I was alone. I done felt like I was in that closet, dark space, all of that. So I say that yesterday what happened was we have to have a social life. This might be social to me because I'm talking. I know someone's listening, or I know somebody's going to see it. Leave it to be somebody on here, and I feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm still talking. That's what sets up anxiety. When people can't release the way they're feeling and how they're feeling, it does something to them. You're keeping it in. That's why I said communication to me in life. It could be communication with God, okay? However you choose to communicate. Meditation, because you're getting in your inner peace and self. However, we have to release it. So that's why I say if a person has a problem and they put their business on social media and you have that platform to where you got followers, subscribers, whatever, okay, you're gonna have some negative Nancy, messy Bessies, and drama queens and kings and stuff. But I don't give a damn. This is for me. I'm not doing it for you, but in a sense, I am. It's entertainment. Stop beating people down. Stop beating people down. We got so much going on in this world. People need to stop being hurtful. Be kind. Be loving. Me and my sister, me and my sister, well, her too. Me and my daughter was at McDonald's. Whoa. When did we take those babies last Sunday? It was last Sunday. And we was in there, close by our house. I don't have a car, and we caught the Uber there. Three of my grandchildren, they was playing because it has like a park or whatever the hell you want to call it, some toys, things you can climb, go through the tunnels or whatever. Clean. Matter of fact, I made it bigger. So anyhow, I got in there. Everything. I just say this is how I feel isolated. I got in there and I was like, whoa. They have the thing when you go in there, you ain't got to go up to the cash register. You can, it's like a big screen where you push what you want and all this. So me and my granddaughter, she was helping me actually. That's why it's good. These kids know about technology. So I'm on a weight loss journey. So I thought that they had salad and they didn't. So I got some French fries. I'm so proud of myself. You got to tell yourself that too. And I applaud myself. I give myself a hug and say, girl, you doing all right. I'm so proud of me. So I'm going to show you how people try to pick with you. Hold on. Let me sit up straight. Because I'm kind of comfortable today. My granddaughter's, she's no problem, but she ain't here. She's down out there playing. And a lot of things she knows, and she's very smart, but I try not to say so much because when kids go through things, you're going to need the icing the cake thicker. So my granddaughter helped me. And so when you get finished, you have a number and you pull out the receipt, you go to the cash register, and the cash register guy, by the way, I worked at McDonald's twice, okay? He read the order and I said, no mango. Because I haven't had mango in a while, but the last time I had mango, my eyes swelled, okay? I said, no, pineapple. So he kind of got a little arrogant and slick mouth, right? I said, okay, this is what I'm saying to myself. So my granddaughter, I had already given her the money. And I said, you can pay for it. But whatever reason, I think what happened was the way he was towards me, and she heard it and knew. And I told her, I said, I'm removing myself back. I guess it kind of made her feel some kind of way. I don't know if the shyness kicked in or she felt uncomfortable. And I said, baby, give him the money. She was already up there. So I pulled back and I ended up coming back up closer to her. Because when I came by her, my granddaughter, that is, she felt, I guess, safe to give it to him. I didn't say no more. And I'm going to tell you why I say it like that. You have the receipt in your hand. You see what the receipt says. Yes, it's okay to confirm it and read back to me. But everything I was saying, it was like he was uh challenging me or something. Like I said, no mango. He said mango. I said, I forget she has chicken sandwich, and I had fried. She had fried, and he was like, a medium fry. Instead of saying large, it was medium, and it just seemed like he was going against everything I was saying. So I was like, oh my goodness, mm-mm, mm-mm. So I said, let me move back. And I say that to say, I don't like nobody to be slick with me. I don't like nobody being funny with me. If I'm coming in there and talking to you respectfully and treating you a certain way, I don't give a damn if somebody say my defense. No, you have a right to speak up. You don't have no right to talk to somebody. You don't have no right to embarrass somebody. And the person came and took over because he was standing right there. And I don't care. Whatever he was saying, that man probably said, that woman didn't do nothing. I didn't. I honestly didn't. I'm a changed person. Why would I belittle myself to your standards? That's why I say I done worked on myself. It's almost like he was calling me out. All eyes on me. Straight up facts. And my granddaughter, she felt that vibe, like how he was. She even said it. She's 10 years old. You don't have to tell these kids nothing. They sit back and observe. And she observed it. It seemed like I'm talking kind of funny. I had some, gotta make my mouth water. Got some drink. But popcorn. I just don't like for people to treat me any kind of way. And that's why I said a social life. So that was the part of it. And I said, okay, my daughter's there. The kids was playing. We was talking. And there was the little boy, his dad, looked like it might have been his friend, and he had his son, I think, two. The little boy was looking at us, so we spoke to him. Handsome little thing. The dad got up, took the child to the restroom, came back and sat down and just started talking to me and my daughter. He was a police officer, okay? And he was talking about so many things that is going on in this world, okay? Don't know his name, so I ain't putting him on blast. And one of the things he was talking about, me and my daughter had just said it, okay? I can't recall what it was, but I do know for a fact we had just said it. One of them was racist. One of them was talking about how um, he brought the topic up about good cops, bad cops. He brought the topic up about why every time when something happens, they got to get on the news or whatever and announce it a certain way. He was just pointing out a lot of things, right? He also was telling us things like it's sad, like if one cop is this way, how everyone look at all cops the same, in which that's not true. That's just like they are people, they are human beings, just like I might be very outspoken. That don't mean I'm a bad person, you know? No, I wasn't always this way. No, I wasn't. My sisters, if they get on here and comment, I was quiet as a child. But my kid's father helped me overcome that. You become a certain age. I was scorned, okay? I was abused. My story, okay? A lot of different things happened to me. So you shut down, right? I used to cry in my sleep. I did that for a long time, even when I was with my kid's father and got married. And he was so supportive. And he did not control me because he was an older man. He helped me. He saw some of the things I was going through. So once I had my kids, my children, married, life goes on. I had a good life. I traveled, and I wasn't running away from the problem because at the time, he was helping me through it because he saw things. And he did not pawn on me. No. How is he going to pawn on me about something he don't know until he see it? Did I say that? Like I said, I got some comeback. He helped me. Have I had those triggers again? I have. But once I had those triggers, I pull myself back and look at the big picture. And I got to get on, stay focused on, hey, the matter at hand. Life happens. A lot of it is not in our control, or we don't have control of it. But you don't have to tolerate and put up with it either. So that's the thing I'm talking about with social media. A lot of things people gonna say, treat you this way. Why be jealous of me? Anybody can be a content creator if they choose to. If they choose to. No, it's not for everyone. I decided to do it because I'm gonna tell you. One of it, one of the reasons is I was on Facebook doing it. I pulled away from there. They owed me money. Did I say that? Yes, they owed me money. So I pulled away and I said, you know what? I'm gonna focus on YouTube. I like YouTube. I don't have nothing bad. I like YouTube. I know I might not be in these YouTube streets like some people, but I love YouTube. YouTube has made me be a different person because, as I said, At one time, of course, I went live on Facebook, but not as much as YouTube. Not as much as YouTube. I have to physically work myself up to go live on Facebook. On YouTube, I don't give a damn. I just get on here and act like, hey, we family. Okay, that's what I want to say. We are family, and I love that I'm this way. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I draw to YouTube. I have two YouTube channels, this one and another one, Mona's Vegan Lifestyle. That's because of my journey, weight loss journey. This one right here is about my life and journey with my grandkids, living with me, doing, and the goals that I'm trying to achieve. I'm a go-getter. I'm not lazy. I'm a plus-size woman, 57 years old, and I move around, do stuff. It ain't got no age on it. It's got something to do with your mindset on what you want to achieve and get and have and stuff like that. My granddaughter acknowledges that. She tell me all the time. She said, "Grandma, what time?" She's so funny. She said, "What time do you wake up?" She said, "I think this morning." She said this. "I think we woke up around the same time." I said, "Maybe I think I woke up about 10 minutes before you." Then again, she might have been up. Probably see me when I went to the restroom. So she pays attention. The house is clean. I'm working towards what I need to get in my home. I just purchased yesterday. I showed some nice tables. And it ain't because no platform income either. It's my income. Social media didn't pay for these tables, but I'm on social media to go up the corporate ladder, so to speak. I want to have something in my life. I want to do something. I want to leave something for my grandkids. I want to have them see me do these things. And my granddaughter, my grandkids all the time. "Grandma, you the best grandma in the whole world." I buy them things. I'm not buying their love. They help me out. Yesterday, my grandkids helped me conquer a fear. And my daughter wrote me this morning receipts, okay? So proud of you, Mom. You were so brave and courageous today. Thank you for showing the kids what conquering fear looks like. We had a great day today. Sleep well, get you some rest, and maybe you and Naraya should start saying your prayers together before bed so you both can sleep well and peacefully. God bless you out of all your worries and fear. And that right there, I don't care nobody. That's just like reading a card, right? I take a pause because it's very emotional. I had the worst panic attack yesterday in a long time. And as I was saying, I think because I don't have a social life and where we was at, no, it wasn't like I was claustrophobic and a lot of people. We was where a lot of people was at, but it wasn't crowded. And for some reason or another, they have. We went to the mall, and our intentions was they had this real huge like playground area inside the mall, food courts, stores, of course, just a whole bunch of different things. Well, my daughter and my grandkids made it downstairs, the elevator or whatever. And when I was going to go, I freaked out. So here I am thinking if I couldn't take the elevators, I was going to take the escalators. They didn't have no stairs, and if they do, the woman told me they didn't, and probably it was for the fire escape, whatever, right? As I was walking across, it seemed like it was like a bridge. Actually, it was in the mall, and I seen the size. I couldn't go across. I couldn't go in the elevator. And my daughter said, because I was on the first floor, they was on the third floor. It's funny because it seemed like it's backwards, but actually it is the first floor because you're coming into the mall. They went down and it was on the third floor instead of going up. But going down, we had to come back up to get on the first floor. She said, Mom, I'm coming. And my grandchildren grabbed my hand, told me I was going to be okay. And I just bawled. I cried. My daughter comforted me. So I got my bearings together, just like I have to do now. I'm not ashamed to cry. It's real. It's nothing fake. I'm not a fake person. I just read what my daughter said. And I woke up to that this morning and she wrote it like, oh, goodness. I think I woke up, it was like 7. So it was like 7 hours prior because I seen the hours time. And I sat there for probably 15 minutes. And my daughter said, Mom, you ain't got to go. We'll sit here. We can't get on the kids can't go to the gym thing anyways. 'Cause, I mean, play area is nice, but they had closed it down. Like I told my daughter, I said, kids can be kind of hard headed and they mess things up for them. Parents too, because if it says parents are supposed to be there, because I'm pretty sure some kids was there without their parents supervision. We're not that parent. I keep an eye on my grand. When my granddaughter leave down here as a sidewalk to go over to her auntie's house, I'm out there. Matter of fact, I got a recording that I made today and a couple last week too with my other grandkids. And so she said, we ain't got to go down there. And I said, yes, I want to. My grandkids held my hand and soothed me. I wasn't embarrassed, but I had to do it because I wanted them to see how brave I was. And I didn't have to prove a point. If you're scared, you're scared. If you're afraid, you're afraid. But I don't think it was that. I just think, honestly, I got overwhelmed and haven't been nowhere in a long time. And just seemed like, oh my goodness, like a switch clicked on, like made me freak out. So I told my daughter after the 15 minutes, or about give and take 15, maybe 20 minutes, uh, I said, I want to do this. So she had some sunglasses I had just gave her a week prior, and she brought them with her. I have glasses on, what you see. I said, can I wear your glasses? I put them on, it was darker. So I could see, because I decided not to get tint on these. Most of the time I get tint on my glasses, and there's no tint. And I could see clear through, but with the shades or the sunglasses, it was like a brownish color. So it didn't make everything seem clear. So my grandchildren, oh bless their hearts, grabbed my hand and I had my eyes closed. My daughter was there, but they guided me. And I didn't know where they was taking me. So I just trust them. True story. No lie. And I got in the elevator. They still was holding my hands. And being that I didn't look, I had my eyes closed. I know I was moving, but I didn't see. Even though my heart was beating a little bit, but I just remained calm. And then when we got off, I was glad I did it. Coming back, I could have took the escalators, but I said no. I want to do this, and I didn't feel that tension as much, but the moving of it, it was like, I think that freaked me out, teach, but I was okay. And to know that my grandchildren is so They just show so much compassion and concern that just made my heart melt. Made my heart melt. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I have been stressed, huffing, worried. What is going on? I need this. I need that. My life shouldn't be this way. I should be living. I told my dad, I said, I should be on the beach somewhere drinking, sipping on margaritas. He said, margaritas? I said, yes. That's why I don't like making plans. Last year I wanted to go somewhere. This year I wanted to go somewhere. Right now I can't. And that's one of the reasons I need everybody to hit the notifications. Subscribe to my channel. This is not all I'm doing is talking. Y'all see, I be out there blogging. Okay. We took the kids to arcade. I had the time of my I got videos and stuff. I put a few on already. I had the time of my life. I felt like I was back in high school. I told the guy too when I went up there. I got it. They give you. I didn't bring a purse in there. They give you cars, almost like ID cards or whatever, or credit cards, and they load it. And I told them to load $10 on that. My daughter had paid for our children, and then they still wanted to play. So I said, you know what? I gave them extra $5. I sat down. I was playing with my granddaughter, and I was playing with my grandson. My granddaughter was getting down. My grandson did good, but she was getting down. She got the high score and everything because it was up in 200 something thousand, right? I said, oh no. I said, I want to play this. I was sitting down by myself. My daughter recorded some, and then everybody went their ways, And I was sitting in that, it was like a little card thing. And it was two where you could play as a team. And my grandson, me, him played against each other. My youngest granddaughter, she's 8. We played against each other. And I said, oh, goodness. I felt good doing that. I said, I wouldn't mind going on a date to the arcade. I said, you could try it going on a date at the arcade because you can see the competitive side, right? Man, mm, mm, mm. I was playing that game and I told that guy, I said, I feel like I'm in high school. Because when I was in high school, there used to be an arcade, like a block or two down, like catacomb from school. You used to go there for lunch. And I used to love playing Pac-Man and that other game called Galaxy. You look like battleships or whatever. And so yesterday we was playing like a Nerf game. Had zombies and what are those battleships and everything coming at me and stuff. And I was hitting the target and the clock and everything. And I was just in awe sitting there. And I feel like everything was being released from me. So I mean, I felt like a kid at a candy store. That's showing you that was a social life for me yesterday. I was out there socializing. I haven't been nowhere like that in my word. About 7, 8 years. And when I say that, again, I've been to the bank, yes. I've been to Starbucks, yes. I've been to like Ross and Marshalls, Chili's, the store that I go to get my nail. These are small settings, okay? Because in Chili's, it was just me and my granddaughter and the waitress. Everybody else was on this side, and then maybe two people over here up front. We was back. Mm-mm. Social life, communication is very key. I don't care what no one say. Even if you are a mother, a single mother, We have to find some kind of outlet. Leave it to be like, say, for instance, kids at school. You might be on a fixed income. Get you some flowers and uh, aromas and essential oils and your favorite bubble bath and candles. I used to be that person. The guy I used to talk to, I don't put names on stuff, but I can. We met on Facebook, long distance. Only thing I could say in the beginning I regret now that I look back, I felt like I was a little vulnerable because I haven't felt that in a long time. I was married, but he didn't break me up from my husband or none of that. We was done, okay? But I didn't get a divorce until 2012. But me and my husband, not my kid's father, I was married twice. Mm-mm. We went our separate ways. He cheated. He was a bipolar person and everything. And I went through a lot of mental issues and things with him. And when I got out of that, I hadn't felt love in probably 5 years prior to that because of what he was doing. Cheat, 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 cheat. My mama always said these words, you got to be the one. And she said that meaning if you're going to keep staying with someone and keep going through it, and of course people going to give you their opinions about things, you got to look for people to do that because you opening it up, you putting people in your life. My family didn't know what I was going through towards the end when my dad, I ended up telling him. So I'm saying that to say I kept all this in. That's not good to do. If you don't want to tell your mom, go seek professional help. If you don't want to tell your sister, go seek professional help. If you don't want to tell your best friend, professional help. Pastors, counselors, talk to someone. I don't give a damn if you go to a restaurant, you just start talking, somebody end up talking to you, and y'all both like this. Been through the same thing, so to speak. Communication. Suffering in silence is not good. And I did that. I was staying around the corner from my mom. My sister stayed across the street. My other one, I said we lived like in the sea, okay? We was like, each one of us was probably give and take because of the lights, 5 minutes away from each other, close by, okay? My mom and them didn't know I was in a home by myself a lot of time. So when I met this guy is leading into this, he was so kind. And if that had been just it, I would have been cool with that. Long distance, as I said. I had feelings for him. I really feel like he had feelings for me in the beginning. So you go through two back to back. One you was with from 99 into, I say, got a divorce in 2012, but 2010. And then the other one from 2011, I say that because actually came until 2013, 14, it had been over. But totally cut, done, over with, finished 2017. And I say that to say we have to be honest and true to ourselves. We have to take accountability to things that we allowed to happen. I allowed a lot of stuff to happen, and in the midst of a lot of stuff happening to me, I have never in my life, even with my kid's father, that's why I said we should have been married forever. He should have been my only husband. And I do mean that. He was my only true love. And I do mean that. And if God can bring him back, He knows because we made peace. And then, like, we didn't have no good relationship. We both talked. God put him back in my life for his final days and hours and time that he was here on this earth. And I was a military wife. He's still taking care of me. People can read between the lines when I say that. I can put it out there. I get spousal uh, survivors, spousal support. Okay, and I was married twice. How does that happen? Well, I could tell the business. Well, I was married to my kid's dad. We was together 15 years. We got a divorce. Remained best of friends, and we co-parent. Okay. He never interfered in my life. I never interfered in his. He never remarried. I did, like a dummy. I call myself a dummy. And then I was with my second husband from 99 until 2012. I'm saying that, but over with way before that, but divorce. And what made me or allowed me to get it is being that I was divorced to my second husband and had been over, I think they said 2 or 3 years. And I showed, let me tell you, there ain't no lying when it's dealing with social security and social and all that. I had to give a marriage license to both and a divorce to both. Being that I was divorced from my second husband, I think it was 3 years, because we got divorced in July the 14th, 2012. Why I paid for it, okay? Because we was paying that back and forth stuff. No, 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 no. That's okay. I take care of it. And I don't feel guilty because it's in the Bible. Adultery. Him, not me. He took me through hell, and I allowed a lot of it too. So that was 12, as I said. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5 years we had been divorced. And that's what entitled me to it. I didn't know nothing about it. My daughter knew someone that knew her dad that was working for the military or in the military, but not in the military, but she had a job through the military. She told her. And I was hesitant at first because I looked at the fact, I don't look at it like I didn't want the money, of course. My daughter told me, yes, mom. So I say all that to say it allowed me to work on my credit, to help me pay bills that I allowed to have due to relocating um, after my mom passed away in 2014, 10 days before my birthday, and we laid her to rest a day after. Then her brother, which was my uncle, I found out it's supposed to be the same day, but we heard then a day after we laid my mom to rest, he passed away. 2014 was a rough year for our family. My uncle, my daddy's brother, passed away in April. Then December of that year, okay, so me and my oldest daughter, her husband, my grandbaby, moved to Florida. I'm sure you how messed up it was. I went to my doctor's appointment in January, and it was like a follow-up appointment, and I just broke down. I broke down, and the man, my doctor, I had two amazing doctors. They both had retired. The reason why I liked those two doctors, they never was too quick to write prescriptions, and they listened. They really did. Listen. Every time I go in there, they went, "Oh, I'm gonna get you, put you on this, that, and the other." No, they listen. He was so kind to. He wrote a letter and had me, or he faxed it or something, take it to my office where I lived at to give to the corporate to allow me to break my lease. I still owe $1,500, but I would have owed more because my lease wasn't up until, so we was leaving in April, so that was May, June, July, August, September, October, about 6 months. So you figure the rent had to been almost about 4 or 5 thousand, and I only had to pay 15. So my daughter and I had talked about moving to Florida. Her dad's from Daytona. We moved to Jacksonville. That's about probably 45 minutes, an hour away. And we left April 29th, 2014. And I came back like a dummy July the 8th, 2014. I was so discombobulated. Nothing made sense to me. I was lost. My mom passed away. I was sad. I ran. I wasn't facing the problem of it. Losing my mom. I took care of her. I missed her 10 days before my birthday. And we laid her the rest of the day after. I will never forget that. Of course, not alone. She's not here. Her presence. And I have to say this. Me and my mom's relationship when I became an adult was totally different than what it was when I was a child. I hate saying the word hate, but some people say that, and I would never say that. But I could have been that person because how I got treated as a child. Okay, I took care of my mom. We talked on the phone. She apologized for the way she treated me as a kid. 1996, in my apartment where I lived with my kid's father when he was living with my children. 1996. I want to say August, September 1996. Apologized to me. And I still had triggers later on in life. And so I came back July the 8th. December of that year, my baby sister, her oldest daughter, 3 grandchildren, and her son's girlfriend was killed. And my brother daughter was killed that same week. My mom used to live on Monroe. She got killed on Monroe. My brother was murdered on Monroe. Okay. That was in 2011, 10 days after his birthday. His birthday was October the 11th. My kid's father's birthday was the 10th. My mom's was the 27th. My grandmother's was the 3rd. My cousin's was the 25th. And I say that to say, all these people I named is no longer here. Mm-mm-mm. But when that happened to my baby sister, all that happened that year, our family has been shattered. My sister under me, I have 2 under me. I'm the second, then I have a 3rd sister, 4th, and my brother was the youngest. I have a sister older than me. We 10 months apart, me and my older sister. The sister under me, her daughter has mentioned about she wanted us to start helping her mom because of some issues. And that just resonated in me. It took a whole month. I started going over my sister's house. She didn't know I was visiting her. Then I started staying the night. Then I would leave, spend the night on the weekend. Then I ended up moving in. Okay. I said maybe 3 months after I moved in, I worked on her. 2 years and 3 to 2 months of my life. And I'm not saying this towards her. I still was lost. I was in a jacked up, dysfunctional relationship, but I still was with that person because I showed him how loyal I was as a friend. I didn't talk to another man towards the end. But we was done. If that man didn't know what I was going through, a man can still sense, or a woman can sense that a woman's vulnerable too. He didn't know what I was going through. I didn't bash nobody. I don't believe in doing that. I don't like telling the next person what I've been through with that person. So I'm not getting into the details about what I'm saying. I'm just mentioning things. 2016, my kid's father moved in with my youngest daughter. My daughter over her, before her, because I got two oldest daughter. My baby girl, he moved in. She took care of her dad for 3 years because she was what you call a nurse's assistant. She went to school, and a lot of time people know when they're taking, turning good to the worst or feeling some kind of way. I say people know that their life is almost coming to an end, so to speak. That's just how you say it, almost. And he decided he wanted to move around, basically family. So he moved in with his youngest daughter. So she had her two kids, her husband, that's four, her dad, five, and then she had three more people because everybody was moving. And she had a two-bedroom. He ended up getting real sick. He already was sick, but he get took sick. I was out of town, about an hour away. And my youngest daughter called to let me know everything. Went to the VA, they sent him to a rehab, and he still wasn't progressing. So they sent him to an assisted living facility. Basically, it was almost like a resort, they called it. Beautiful place. Oh my, oh, beautiful. Money, right? Money. So his insurance wouldn't allow him to still be there. So he moved to a nursing home. No. Assisted living facilities to me, because I worked in one, okay, it's totally different and better because the one I worked at, the lady had her own room. Not saying people can't share, but she had her own room, shower, looked like a apartment. You know what I'm saying? She had a refrigerator. The lunch facility was right next door. We go into the. She didn't eat in her room. She walked with a walker. She was 93 years old. I was a CNA worker, still is, and a personal care aide. I did both. The personal care aide made me be interested in being a CNA because I helped a hospice nurse with a client, and his name was Ira, same as my mom's dad, which was my grandfather. And so I worked in an living facility, and that lady was so sweet. I She loved me and stuff, and that's why I say that she went to the chaplain. She was Catholic. If I wouldn't show up work because I had to do something, next day I go, she said, "Where was you at? I miss you," and stuff like that. And I worked with her Monday through Friday from 7 to 12. Then after that, I went and cleaned homes. So that's why I say I was a PCA worker, personal care aide. But to put a person in a nursing home, mm-mm, it's like a hospital, but to me, it's worse. Okay, neglect like a mug, and I'm gonna leave that there. Sensitive topic. So I had to be there for my kids. Shortly therefore after, so I said, what is it? November, December, January, March, April, May, June. June, 7 months later, after he moved in with my daughter, he passed away on Father's Day, as I said. Baby, I had to pause for a moment. I'm trying to stay strong. for 2017, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3. Still to this day, I have broken children. And I say that to say, I'm going to say this right because I keep saying I didn't have nobody. Physically, I didn't. But um, to hug, but I had someone over the phone. So I tried to stop saying I didn't have no one, but I wanted a hug. I needed someone to just like hold me and tell me that it's going to be okay and stuff. I dealt with this all by myself and still is. Still is. I can say what it is, but I'm just trying to be a little confidential with it and private with it. It tears me apart. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now and talking. So this is letting you into my world, but it's a clean slate of it. You know, you can let people into the world. Ask me a question, comment down below. What is it that you're going through? How do you work through it? How do you overcome certain things? My key thing is talking, like I'm doing, communicating, not suffering alone, staying focused on the things that you want. And that's what I did. 2020, I started my weight loss journey. I went to the doctor, meet my new doctor, other one retired, and he asked me, what is this visit? Why am I there? And I told him, I said, like a meet and greet and also a follow up. Me and him talked. That man was so nice. My older sister, she took real ill and she was in the hospital 8 weeks, came to the state that I'm living in, and she was real sick. And I'm not gonna lie, I got scared and afraid for her and things like that. And so I went to my doctor. It was June, July 2020. And I told him these words. I said, I'm tired of being fat. I'm tired of being fat. I cried. I mean, like, I needed to release a lot of stuff. Okay. So that was like 3 years plus of stuff that I went through from 2005 all the way. My life is still messed up. But I worked on the key important. That was to get on my weight loss journey. And I lost 116 pounds. Is it at a standstill? Mm-hmm. I had gained 20 of it, took that 20 off. I can go a little bit harder, but I'm not, I was exercising, and that's part of it. And I need to drink more water. And, but the things that I eat, when I started my diet, I told them don't eat half the stuff I did then because I was eating fish and shrimps and like salmon and tilapia, and I was eating egg salad and stuff like that. I don't eat that stuff no more at all. My granddaughter's right here. She'll tell you I don't. Yesterday we went out, and that what is a calzone and the pizza and the stuff that they had. Oh my goodness, I kept stressing. I said, dang, I wish they had a vegan one with some vegan cheese and vegetables and stuff like that. They have vegan bread, uh, keto, vegan bread, no guilt at Aldi's. Everything I just said is on there. It's amazing. Buns and bread. I'm starting to leave that alone, even though it's diet. You got to still look at what's all in it and the calories and stuff like that. And I wasn't messing with any of that for a long time. I don't buy sugar. I have eggs because my granddaughter's here. I don't eat them. I don't eat regular cheese, milk at all. I don't eat no cereal. And it's just a lot of stuff like I cut out. Last year, I got real depressed and I started eating ice cream like you would have thought I was pregnant. But that, here we go, emotional stress eating. And I do not like being like that. That's the reason why I have to talk. And that's the reason why I try to stay focused and things like that. And yes, I express myself by face gestures and everything. I'm just being myself. That's all I can be, is me. And I don't have no problem with telling people I was a plus size woman. I still am a plus size woman. I'm not no oompa loompa person, but I'm a plus size woman. But if you look at my face now compared to some of the, that's a fly, some of the photos that I still have. Oh, honey, baby, baby, baby. Okay. And so that's the thing. I don't want to go back. Then 2021, a lot of stuff happened in our family. Okay. That's when I took to YouTube and started being more focused on talking about my journey. Um, the pastor, I was so focused. I was weight loss journey, spiritual journey. And when I say that, I was a little bit more in tune to affirmation, positive stuff, prayers and reading and stuff like that. The following year, he passed away. That broke my heart. My cousin, she committed a murder. I said, Lord have mercy. I said the wrong thing. She murdered herself. Sorry. Disclaimer. She didn't commit one. She killed herself. That was in November of 2021. Same month, November. My ex, I started back talking to him, not in a way of wanting to hook up. I considered it was a friendship. I don't hold grudges. I don't forget, but I don't want to go around holding grudges. And so, being that everything was going on and the pandemic and people lives and stuff like that, I just said, "Dang, I wonder how he doing." Not to be nosy, not to be nosy. I reached out to him, and I reached out to him, I think a year prior, but it wasn't nothing like conversation, just seeing how you doing, and just kept it pushing. So I reached out to him again, I think a year later, and it was a little bit more of the communicational part. I reached out. I didn't give him my phone. I have three phones. I have the government phone. I have this phone right here and another one right here that I purchased. And so started talking. It took me, I think, maybe 2 or 3 months before I gave him my phone number that I have. I have another phone right here. I really felt I was confiding in someone that I knew. Okay. We had been together almost 8 years. When I'm in a relationship, it's long. Okay. So about 30 years, 38 years, and 30, let me see, about 38 years, 30 something like that years of my life, I've been in committed relationship. Well, long relationships. I say that because a committed relationship, the first one was, the second two, you don't cheat. Okay. You don't. Especially knowing you did it and you lie and it's proof. So enough of that. So we started talking. I still have feelings for him, and I made it known. And he has said some things too. Just keeping it real. And I think also I was feeling that kind of way, like both my daughters moved, and one moved out of state, one moved away, close, but not close, closer than what she was. Like 5 minutes away. Now she's about an hour. My son's about an hour away. Other daughter, I want to say about 400, 500 miles. Another one, 8 to 9. Okay. So I was crying, sad, depressed, lonely, frustrated. And this kept on from my daughter left. She left in August, September, I think the 7th of 2021. So around September, October of 2021 until this year, I want to say March. Okay. So we had a whole year and maybe 4 months. Okay. Towards the end, messy. And I said, sometimes it's best to leave well enough alone. And you best believe this time, I don't like nobody lying. I don't like nobody that's talking to me and talking to someone else. And because let me tell you, no woman ain't gonna check me. Check him. I always say, if you're in a relationship and you end up talking to another person, man, woman, man, or whatever people choose, okay? Don't come after me. Now, I was in a situation where my ex second husband cheated and everything come to me, okay? I was so polite once I found out everything. I didn't go snooping. And I damn sure ain't gonna lose no rest and get up out of my bed and lose no sleep to go see what you're doing. When you say you leaving out the door to go to work, I believe that. I'm not that person that, okay, baby, I love you. You give me a kiss. You even call when you get to the job, okay? I know you at work because you're showing me, okay? That type of thing. That was my husband. But when they start making these cell phones and all these dating sites and apps and social medias, honey, I don't want to meet nobody on social media. Just like I don't know if I finished earlier. Yesterday, when I was out, there was a couple of guys looking at me, noticing me, saying hello. My daughter's beautiful, but I am too. I know how to present myself well. And my daughter noticed it. And I said, damn. She said, Mom, that's what you need. You need to get out. Okay? Don't put me in no mess. I would rather for you to just like, you know what? I don't want to talk no more because I'm pursuing a relationship. And I kept asking. It's been about 4 or 5 years since we've been together. Things happen between that time. I had talked to someone, but not in no relationship. And I told him this. I was honest. I said, no, I haven't been in a relationship. I haven't. But I talked to someone, and I still do. And I consider him as a friend. Okay? He's not in the same state as me. We haven't actually even face to face met, but I know he's real. We done FaceTime a million times. We done talk. He done supported me and listened to me and everything. That's why I say I have to stop saying I didn't have support. Over the phone, yes. I want more than that. You on the phone talking to someone and they texting. Or on Facebook. And I don't care. You can comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification to my channel, honey. And you sitting up there saying, I know a lot of people because I see it. You see now like it used to be mutual friends, right? Or people that like the same things or whatever. And this woman kept trying to, I got proof of it. I screenshot it. I even showed him. In trying to invite me into one of her groups and to be a friend of her. I don't know if he thought I was lying. How am I lying? You see it. It says request friend request and the time, the date, and the person's picture. I kept that for a long time until one day I said, "Do you know such and such, such and such?" He said, "Yeah, he did." He said, "How you know?" And all this stuff like this here. And so I said, "Why, how?" I had made a post on Facebook. And like I said, I don't call people's name out. I said, "It's so funny. This woman tried to add me a million times, and she did. She really did." And the background was all those smiley faces. Didn't nobody actually know what I was talking about. Okay. And so once things kept coming, like on Facebook they have stars, people shout people out. That was showing up because he was a friend and following me. You follow me? Subscribe. I got some juicy stuff, y'all. He said, "You following that woman, you snooping, you friends with her, you following her. Don't play with my intelligence. First off, you have me blocked because he blocked me when we was going through our breakup. So when you block me, you can unblock me. I couldn't see nothing you was doing because you blocked me, right?" So I kept saying, because I was going live. Like I said, I sell jewelry and I do Facebook live sometimes, but YouTube, you are the stuff for me. I said, somebody is really stalking me because I could see the person up there, but you couldn't see him because he wasn't a friend of mine on Facebook. He was following me. So what I do, if I unfollow somebody first and then unfriend them, because sometimes people don't know if you unfriend them, they can still follow you. So he had blocked me, like I said. He unblocked. He was stalking or whatever, snooping, trying to see what I was doing or whatever. And I kept saying, somebody keep being on my live and not speaking. And so one day in my story, he said, "I think that might be me." I said, "Okay." So he ended up adding me as a friend because, like I said, he blocked me. So he was following me. He ended up being my friend. When all this stuff came out about this woman, he blamed me for everything. Now, if a person's really intelligent, how are you going to blame me for something? Think about it. You blocked me. We wasn't friends. We hadn't talked in about 4 years. And towards the end, he said, "Well, we haven't talked to each other for a while. Quite naturally, I'm gonna meet people." Okay, that's cool. I didn't have nothing to do with that. My only thing is if you are in a relationship, we have been in a relationship, we had something going. I liked you, you liked me, we loved each other, we was laying in the bed together, living together. Okay, yes. I don't want to talk to you. It ain't got nothing to do with jealousy. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone that's in a relationship. I don't give a damn because I know how that feels. I don't want to be that other woman and then that woman that you're in a relationship with, wife or whatever, boo thing, side piece, or whatever she may be. Friend, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't want to be in no relationship with no one that's with someone. I ain't talking about it. Last person I had somebody to deal with and talk to was you. The only woman that called my phone was you and my mama. Yes. And I'm like, okay. I don't call nobody a liar until they prove themselves. I still cut them off because I was getting angry, mad. Why are you doing this? Like, I said, okay. He was ignoring me. And I said, I said, "You must have blocked me again." This is what I noticed because he had stopped commenting, liking, and he said that he was shy. And some people don't want to say nothing on lives and stuff like that because they shy. But you on another, I don't care if he see this because it's true. He know who he is. I ain't put nobody's name on a disclaimer. I ain't said no name. You all on this woman's page now. Good morning, good night. Have a peaceful rest, sleep well. I hope you have a good day. And he told me, for one time, I told him, I said, go. Yes, I did. I'm being honest. I said, go and like my picture because I was trying to make somebody jealous. Go and like my picture. And I told him this. I did. He was my boyfriend. Neither one was. But I know that guy liked me and I liked him. I can honestly say I love him, but I don't think it'll ever be between me and him. Physically, I've known him, a minute, and you have never came to see me. And I never seen you in person. We seen on the videos a million times plus, fell asleep 4 hours, 5 hours, sleeping on the phone. I know where you're from. I know where you have been. Da 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 da. Whoa, 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 woo, woo, woo. But everybody has somebody in that category, okay? Girl, you're not the one. This is what I said to myself. That person like you, but he don't want you to be his woman, you know? It don't take me long to figure it out. I might seem like I'm dumb towards the beginning. No, you're not dumb if you don't know nothing. And I don't go looking for anything. I tell you from the door, not like that because you're not supposed to. But once we get to talking, we know each other for a minute, 2-3 years, okay? You tell me I could see you being my wife. I love you. I'm like, ooh, really? I didn't know this. Not so much of doubting, but for someone to tell you when you're not telling them and putting yourself out there first, it's like, oh, wow. But then you flip it around and act like you never said these things and you playing with my intelligence and my emotions and my feelings and my heart and everything. Okay. I can't do it. I won't. Mm-mm. I done been second, and I'm not being second. Who the hell be with someone you never met their family? And the guy that I said all these good things about that I like, actually I say I love, I done met his cousins, and I knew one of his cousins. We was friends in school and didn't never know him. So I know he's real, but I seen him too. So, and when I say I seen him, when he was at work working, I done been on the phone when he fell asleep, walking home from work, downtown, laying in the park, play, just deep stuff, okay? But the other guy never met his mama, sisters, brothers, or nothing. My second husband, yes, his family loved me. My first husband, sisters and them, and nieces, I don't even know if love's the word. I know this to be a fact. My daughter's auntie found her number and she always asks about me. She loves me. I'm not giving nobody that first impression of me to say, ooh, I don't like her. She seemed like she did. No, actually, I might be a little shy. And one will probably say, ooh, she acting bougie. No, I'm real quiet and shy when I go to people's gatherings. I don't act all ghetto and loud mouth. And if someone talk to me, I know how to talk. It's like my friend, she invited me to this black and white party. And then the lady and her sister that had the party together actually invited me too. And I felt better that way. No, those people, but two, well, three, four. The sisters, because we went to school, we lived in the back, her daughter, and this other girl. I got up and danced on the dance floor. I sat at the table, ate. We went outside, smoked a cigarette. I was smoking then, I was smoking no more. I stayed upstairs a little bit, got introduced to this person, that person. So I'm saying that to say, I know how to conduct myself around people. You talk to me, I talk to you. I'm not going to be rude and acting all stupid in front of somebody. Let me tell you a true story, and then I'm about to get off here. My ex-husband's second one, that is, he would show out in front of my family. And I say that because who does that? Who show out in front of somebody else's family? You would have thought I would have been that type of person to try to embarrass him and talk and make him seem this kind of way in front of my family. My mama used to always tell me, my sister too, ooh, he showed out. And I stopped going around my family when he was involved. I can't tell him not to go around my family, but I didn't want to go with him because he showed out, literally. Okay, embarrassed me in front of my own. I didn't cuss in front of my mom. My mama didn't see. My mama didn't knew I. She knew I smoked cigarettes, but I'm saying it wrong. I never smoked cigarettes around my mom. I never cursed in front of my mama till one time. And I said, Mama, I am so sorry. It wasn't like I was potty mouth, but I said a cuss word. And she said to me, you grown? And she said, what he did. See, that's what I'm saying. We let people take us. We have to take accountability too. We let people take us out of character. We have to be responsible on how we want someone to treat us and make us feel, okay? And that's why that's why I feel like people intimidated by me. I'm a sweet person. You have a right to defend yourself, to speak up, not let nobody talk to you, treat you any kind of way. So if you let someone treat you any kind of way, talk to you any kind of way, do you any kind of way, you sitting up there like this, like you just a little kid, and you can't say nothing because you know, back in the days, if you say something, your mama gonna smack you in your mouth type of thing. No, I'm grown. I respect you. You respect me. I treat you good. I was a housewife. A mother. My kid's father ain't never had to come home and tell me, why is my child's diaper dirty? Why is my child's nose dirty? Why I ain't got no food cooked, my house dirty? I ain't never heard none of that from him. Never. If anything, I don't have people say, girl, ooh, you got four kids and your house is clean. And I'm like, yeah. I had this one girl that was a friend of mine. She was Caucasian. She had 4 kids when we was in Germany. She had 4 and I had 3 and I was pregnant. She had a son, 3 daughters. I ended up having 3 daughters and a son. My son was the oldest. Her son was the youngest. Well, anyhow, every time I went over her house for her to have 4 kids, that's why I understand why people say that. That woman's house was immaculate, clean. I mean, real clean. And so I ended up getting my license to become a licensed child care provider in the Army. And we have hardwood floors. And me and my kid's father, he would, and I would too, but he got to mop that because my back, he would mop the floor, we'd clean, put on some music, and we end up turning it into like a barbecue outside or whatever once we get finished. And people would come in there and say, whoo, y'all floors is clean. We see our reflection. Like, me and my kid's father's home was clean. My kid's father was clean. And that's why I'm saying he ain't never had to say, no. Mm-mm. And do everybody get tired? Mm-hmm. Do everybody do not feel like doing anything? Mm-hmm. But my house ain't never been nasty. Like right now, I got on my bed in my room. That's not nasty. Some clothes I need to fold. And that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to get off here and go fold the clothes up. When my granddaughter get back, she's going to get some water, swimming or whatever. I'm going to take those clothes, and I got a bag of them, and wash some. And I did not realize, I'm on a different topic now, that child did not have no clothes. Oh, man. So, anywho, that's okay because I already started. I got her a whole bunch of stuff coming. But when I went in there with her, I didn't call her a lie. I said, baby, I know you got something because your Aunt TT gave you a lot of stuff. She did some nice things. But what she's lacking is underclothes and presentable shorts and pants and If anyone know of any assistance or anything out there that could help me, comment down below on that too. I'm going to call tomorrow, I think 211-611-911-411. All those is information number. 211 is if you want to find out about the community help. 411 information. 611 is kind of like information through your phone service. And 911 is information for help when you need it. Four information. So I'm called 211 in every state. You can get help. They'll tell you of resources and things like that. They'll tell you write it down, numbers. They ask you your location or whatever. Every state 211. No other number unless they give you something or of one or see it. But if you want to find out, 211. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And then my sister, I'm gonna reach out to her. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting over. I gotta get my granddaughter some things. So on that note, I want to say this to everyone on this sweet Sunday, Soulful Sunday. Be you, do you, for you, and love you. I say those words and I mean it. And I hope you have a blessed Sunday, the beginning of a new week. And you'll see me again soon. I really enjoy myself. Comment, subscribe, hit that notification, please.